My Ramadan table. What a beautiful, beautiful video that we just witnessed now. MashaAllah, that is for my Wudhu Companion. And I'm sitting here with Nafeesa Dangor, who is she's not shy of the media. We know Nafeesa, we know what she's doing, and well done on that video, MashaAllah, beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, I know Nafeesa is the brand ambassador or spokesperson for my Wudhu Companion, correct? Assalamu alaikum, sisters. Lovely chatting to you.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much for affording us the opportunity today to be able to speak, I think, about the most perfect travel companion that you can take with you without having to miss your salah.
I mean, what's the conceptualization? See, I'm even losing my words, but what's the conceptualization when it started to the Wudhu?
I'm laughing because I think we've already created the excitement and the buzz just from the video itself. And I think that's what's important, is to realize that the conceptualization behind it from the innovator himself, which is Mohammed Akaji, was the idea that firstly, he was reaching out to his dad to be able to see how can we actually create ease with wudu for the elderly, who are in an environment where they can't, of course, do wudu by a running tap as such. Firstly. Secondly, we looked at the environment and said, how do we create sustainability as such? We do know we're in a crisis where water is becoming more scarce. People are having constant issues. And I think when traveling, the ideology of getting that reward and blessing was for the very fact that we ask ourselves, why is it that we need to miss salah? I mean, we're either carrying, those bottled waters, using tons of water, trying to get access to water when we're on the road or we're traveling or we're in a particular space where there is no water available. And that's where the concept came in, to ask ourselves, how is it that how does he bridge the gap as such? How does my Wudhu Companion bridge the gap of affording you the opportunity of not missing your salah by doing your wudu literally anytime, anywhere, and in any space as such?
Okay, beautiful. And it really is like your companion. You have it with you all the time.
It sure is. I mean, since I got the bottle, it's been my preferred companion. I don't let go of it. It's in my car. It's with me in my bag. It's literally everywhere that I go, because if I'm in a space and there's no accessibility to assist myself from making wudu, and as you know, we're always traveling, this is your particular bottle to have. Basically, if you look at the bottle and the efficiency of the bottle, I will explain that to you. But I think it's amazing in the sense that we looked at also, when he innovated it, the company looked at the process of asking yourself, how versatile and sustainable and an efficient bottle would you need to be able to carry along with you? Now, if you look at all the other bottles that are on the market, this one stands out for the very reason that it fits in my very tiny bag. Okay. So it's accessible. You can put it in your kid bag. You can put it when you're going out for sport. And as you've seen in the video, it's accessible in any environment without using a lot of space, but also having a lot of efficiency as such. And let me just explain to you how it works. Now, for me, This is my perfect companion. I don't go anywhere without it. So just very quickly, I want to do a demo to you. So 100 milliliters of water. Okay, so literally 100 milliliters of water, due to the mechanism, and this mechanism, if you look here, is what gives you your must, which actually endorsed it as Sharia compliant, and it's a registered trademark. The reason it's Sharia compliant is because it hits out a particular mist that allows the droplets to fall from your body as opposed to stick to it. Now, if you look at all the other bottles, you're going to get a Sharia compliant wuzu literally, should we say, by, spraying so much of water that you're literally eventually standing in a bag of water. It's not efficient in the sense that you're having to carry a huge bottle with you, which becomes so inconvenient. I've seen many people go with it. And this has now become the preferred companion because it's so easy and versatile. Also, if you look at if you can just feel the plastic, Yasmin.
Oh, wow. It's quite
right. So
sustainable.
This has been patented and registered trademarked by Flerosol in the Netherlands, my Wudhu Companion. Reason being, it's the mechanism that actually hits out that particular mist. So the mechanism itself has been patented because it's been designed and innovated in such a way that it will give you those droplets that you require for that perfect wudu. Very easy, no batteries required. All you do is twist it into place. It also has what I love about it, it has a locking mechanism. So if you have it in your bag or your kit bag and you're traveling with it, literally it's not going to mess.
I was going to say. So
the next best thing, there's just too many good things about this. The next best thing about this is it is compliant to take on the plane when you're traveling. A lot of the times, as you know, I think the most they allow is the 100 mils. So this is literally the 100 mils full. They will allow this on a plane. And I think the versatility about that is wherever you're going on a plane or you're traveling, you can make wudu exactly where you're sitting. You don't have to move your space.
Wow.
So you can make your fard wudu literally where you are without having to look for a bathroom as such. So I think in that sense, it brings about that versatility, durability, and accessibility to people. Yeah. And I think where I come in as a spokesperson and love it, as you know, I always do things with essence and join products that have essence to them, is the very fact that when we sell a bottle to someone, we know we're getting the reward in the sense that whichever person has bought it is firstly going to not miss their salah due to the fact that they have the bottle and they have the accessibility to wudu literally anytime, anywhere.
Oh, subhanallah, that's beautiful. So how can we get our hands on this bottle?
Wait a minute. Yeah. Before we even go for that, I know you're so excited about this. I want to actually show you the mist. I want you to feel the mist because the mist is actually what is... there's plenty of bottles on the market. I mean, you and I know we can go to a store now and pick up a bottle that's about that much bigger than this one. And as I said, you're going to be messing. It's not accessibility is there. But now imagine trying to carry this huge bottle around in a tiny little bag or, for example, on a plane. They're not going to allow it because the accessibility of 100 milliliters is not there. So I want you to put your hand out and I want you to feel the mist that actually comes out from here. So what's happening is if you look on my hand, the droplets are literally falling from your body. So this particular bottle, and I think the beauty about it is that you get, depending on how much water you use, and from male to female, is you get, we say on average 5 to 6 fard wudus out of 100 milliliters of water. So that goes to show the accessibility and, should we say, the sustainability in the market. We're looking at joining the green aspect of taking something, innovating it into a space where it's going to turn you into a green person. Because literally, if you look at it from the amount of water that we're using here, how much water would we have used if we had no water in our home, for example? We know water shedding is happening at the moment. So what do we do? The next best thing is we fill a bucket and we're wasting so much of water. And this literally is our perfect companion.
Wow, it is a perfect companion. You could just drop it in and take it out wherever. And like you say, we could use it for 5 wudus, is 5 fard wudus. Is that what you say?
That's correct.
That's beautiful. So then your 5 daily salahs, you can't miss it now. There's no
excuses.
excuses.
And there's so many success stories, penning out of this. The bottle was literally just launched a few weeks ago, and it's already taken off on a very big, very, very big sphere. If you look, people that have been going for Umrah I think there were so many people. I mean, the innovator just came back from Umrah himself, and it was so amazing for him to see how many people had already had access to the bottle. And, you hear things from people like they say they're in the haram, they're sitting in the haram, and the most amazing thing is they don't have to get up from their spot. They, if they lose their wudu, and you and I know, I mean, it's so difficult to get access to, and then to try and go and make your wudu, and then you come back and you miss your spot because we know the rules have changed. So this particular bottle, I think everybody needs and requires, but it's not just used also, it's been also endorsed by the Hajj ministry. Okay. So they've also accepted the bottle to say that it's, a really efficient and compliant thing to be able to use for all their Hajjis and the Umrah people that go through. The success stories that are coming out are absolutely phenomenal because you hear people saying, they used it on the plane. One of the muftis was gone for Hajj. And the most amazing thing is, they were stuck on the bus and it was between salahs. He literally took out the bottle, made his wudu, and he didn't miss his salah. So that's the idea behind it. But if you looked at the video itself, when it started off, it showed us the different spaces and spheres we can use it. So it also shows how versatile the bottle is, that it's not just meant for one particular environment. Now, if you look at the elderly people and people that are in hospitals, it's very difficult for them to be able to make wudu. I mean, if a person is bedridden or, you have people that have arthritis and they can't lift their feet up, how do they make wudu? So this bottle allows you, if you look at the angle also in which it works, you can actually reach your feet without having to. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So it reaches your feet without stopping right down to the end.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So for a person in a wheelchair, an elderly person, it's very easy. People are also buying it for when they're traveling. So what we're saying is this is your perfect travel companion. When you're in an outdoor space and away from home where you have no access to water as such, this is where your bottle is going to come in. The bottle has already reached many regions.
Yeah. Please share those regions.
I think I'm so excited that I'm not stopping to talk about it.
I love it. Carry on.
We've already started in the GCC Middle East region. It's in the Saudi region, reaching out into the UK region. And the bottle is really literally going out on a global space. So it goes to show that the bottle itself speaks for itself. And I think people only understand the concept, and the amazing factor of the bottle is literally when you do the demo and you make them understand the difference between this bottle and other bottles.
Oh, subhanAllah, that's beautiful. It really is an amazing contraption. I'm looking at it now, and you just sprayed it onto my legs and I'm sitting. So yes, it might make me a bit lazy though.
That's the reason why we always encourage you to say, make your normal wudu at home. But it's meant for when you're out and in your car. I mean, if I go into a mall and, the wudu khanas are not exactly the cleanest, it's your easy thing. You just literally use this and you can pray just about anywhere. People are using it at universities, at schools, because, being on campus, what happens is they from one end to the other, no accessibility. The Jamaat khana could be far away. They literally pull out the bottle, making their wudu and reading on the lawn. So.
No, that's beautiful. And how do we reach you? How do we get to know more about this bottle if we want?
Okay, so our presence is literally everywhere. We're on Instagram. It's called My Wudhu Companion, as you can see. And then we're also on Facebook. Okay. And our website address is www.mywudhucompanion.com.
Okay, so if I want to place an order, how do I go? Is there an online store that I need to go to? How does that work?
So we're accessible online through the website. Okay. So if you get onto our website, you can actually purchase from the website. Okay. And then we basically just courier to you. So it's so easy.
Oh, easy peasy. Type in online and delivered. Alhamdulillah, that's beautiful.
But that's not the only spaces and places that it's at. We also, our official stockist in Johannesburg is Rashid Kassam Sports.
Okay.
They're one of our official distributors. So if you feel that you're not an online person, and I know everybody isn't an online person, some people would like to go in and feel and experience. Then we say go into Rashid Kassam Sports because they are one of our official stockists. There are a few official stockists throughout the country. But as I said, now we've also crossed borders as such. And I think that's the phenomenal aspect, to think that the bottle is only just a few weeks old. it possibly maybe just like, not even 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And we're into the space already of broadening that horizon. And I think the reason people are, should we say, clawing onto it and understanding the value to the bottle is for the very fact that they understand now the concept of taking this bottle as opposed to the other bottles, because of the type of compliant wudhu you're getting. Firstly, the efficiency of being able to carry just about anywhere, anytime, and then you're not missing your salah. And I think that's important. Look, there's just been so many success stories, and not just in one sphere. People at work have been coming back to us to say, it gets so embarrassing. I'm sure you'll agree with me in an office environment when you're going into a bathroom and you ask yourself the question, you have to lift your foot up
into the sink.
And your colleague's standing next to you and you have to do that. Not a very pleasant experience, I think, for us. And then also the floor gets slippery and stuff like that. So with this also, what's happening is if you look at the mist, and I'm going to spray it again, you'll see it's not
refreshing.
messing the floor.
Yeah.
Look, it's not going to mess the floor.
That's amazing. And yes, you said we were talking about the global reach. So if I'm overseas and I want to get hold of my Wudhu Companion bottle, where do I go to?
So literally, likewise, you would go back to the website. There is a special section there for distributors to be able to fill in their form and apply for a distributorship in whichever country they're in. Obviously, there are terms and conditions, and we will look at the type of distributorship. You must remember, we are partnered up with Flarasol. They are the registered patent and trademark company that's on board with the mechanism. So there are conditions attached to be able to, just remember, the bottle comes from a very niche market. It's in a niche environment, in the sense that we're making people understand the importance of making wudhu and not missing salah. But at the same time, I think the company themselves have understood the importance of taking it globally. If you look at, like, right now, we're also trying to reach out to the NPOs to say, buy it for those people in the areas that do not have access to this. I mean, if you look at Palestine right now, Syria, those kinds of areas.
And African countries as well?
Almost definitely. We're in the West African area already, reaching out in the West African section. The full African continent will be covered at some point. So we're saying if you'd like to come on board as a distributor, do definitely get in touch with us. I'm also one of the salespeople there. So through the website, you're welcome to contact myself or the team members, and we can then get it going. And I think it's important for us to understand that it's not just a bottle. It's a bottle that has a lot of connotation to it. It has essence. So at some point also, we have created a section where this particular bottle, there's a percentage that's going to be going towards a waqf.
Okay.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. So you're giving back as well to the community.
So it's about creating, should we say, essence to communities and bridging that gap that's been in the market for so long that we've been looking for. Everybody's been going to stores, buying those other bottles. And when I explain to people the ideology behind the bottle and the value to it compared to the other bottles, is when they realize that this is their perfect companion as well, not just mine.
Oh, mashallah. So it definitely is, again, my Wudhu Companion. It's a companion for you. Jazakallah so much for taking out the time and coming to share this experience with us. And now we know more. And Jazakallah so much. I really enjoy chatting to you. We could do it forever. Jazakallah so much. I think we're running out of time. I'm not sure what time we have, so we can wrap up.
Before we go, I'd like to say, get your hands on the My Wudhu Companion. Its success rate has been phenomenal within this very short period of time. But also just remember, it's one of the most unique bottles that you can find. If you'd like to experience and feel it, do get in touch with us on My Wudhu Companion. That's www.mywudhucompanion.com. Don't miss out on it. It's an opportunity of being able to afford yourself or somebody else with the blessings of not missing your wudhu and having your wudhu anytime, anywhere with My Wudhu Companion.
MashaAllah. Jazakallah so much for joining us.
And thank you so much for affording us the opportunity to be able to showcase something that means so much and it's so full of essence.
It's a pleasure. It's only a pleasure. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.